Micah Frankel, CageMinds.com, ahead of BKFC 59. This interview is a little bit bittersweet because instead of getting to see James Dennis compete, unfortunately, his opponent, Wilfredo Santiago, had to pull out of the fight. We wish him the best. James, you don't get to fight. What are the emotions like?
Oh, well, I mean, shit happens. I wish I was in there fighting. I wish, somebody would have stepped up from the Jackson Wink team on the short notice, but I'm just glad to be here.
How do you take a positive spin on the camp? Because I'm sure right now you're not in the happiest moods not getting to fight, but there were gains. There was a lot of things over the last 6-8 weeks, I'm not sure how long your camp was, that you gained and added. So how do you put a positive spin on this?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm always in camp, so I go back home and just get back to it and move on to the next one. Hopefully I can get on one here real soon at the Knucklemania or Mohegan Sun.
Big card, Mohegan Sun. That sounds like it'd be right up your alley. And you were telling me earlier you like the outdoors, so you'd be able to get out there, nice mountain retreat.
Yeah, definitely. That'd be awesome.
So do we do that? Do we go fishing? Do we take a little vacation? I know you didn't fight, you planned to, but do you take some time off to reset after training camp, after a weight cut?
Well, we fish every day up in Montana, so, I'll take a little bit of a vacation, but not really. I mean, I'll just keep doing the same thing I'm doing, just working hard and fishing and hunting and doing everything else.
We were going to get our first taste of James Dennis live here in Albuquerque. Fans aren't getting to see it. Talk to us about the kind of fighter that they missed out on seeing.
Oh man, I'm a fucking rough and ready knockout artist, man. I like to go for the gusto.
You like to go for the gusto, get in there, bang it out. You had an amateur MMA career. Is that something that you knew heading into competition, that you were somebody that likes to hang in there, bite down on the mouthpiece?
Oh yeah, definitely. I have 5 fastest knockouts up in the state of Montana, or 3 fastest out of the top 5 there in Montana, and I've always been a banger. And I've always been going for the knockout. Been a technical brawler.
What is the key to getting a knockout?
Just setting it up, man. You got to get him tired. It all depends on the person, really. It all depends on the person. It's an art.
How did you get someone tired in 9 seconds?
That was just a nice setup. He left himself wide open for that one.
So what is your philosophy when it comes to setting up the knockout?
Just being aware and looking for the openings. Just keeping your punches straight, when they need to be straight, or bringing them nice and wide when they need to be wide. You need those hooks. You do need those hooks.
How do you pick and choose those weapons in the moment? That's one of the most fascinating things about the fight game to me, is that decision-making in an instant that a fighter goes through.
That's practice, man. Perfect practice makes perfect,
We also talked to you, ESPN Radio, 1017 The Team, Mike Adams 2.0. You guys can hear that Saturday. Also, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. You talked about a little bit, you've had a different kind of upbringing. Yours was a little bit rougher. How do you feel that that's kind of shaped who you are?
That just made me a dog, man. I'm a dog. I grew up rough, and I've just always been fighting.
And not just rough, but also in hearing that there was that roughness, there's also that other side of it where there was another community that took you in.
Yeah, absolutely. I was taken in by my Native American, family and everything up there in Montana, and all my friends are Native American. So when I was shunned by my family, I was kind of took in. Yeah.
What did that mean to you, finding somewhere to be accepted and to have that family feeling? Because you can call people family, but the feeling is something different sometimes.
Yeah, definitely. It's a good feeling to have family and have a lot of people backing you, for sure.
What is it about stepping inside of a cage, a ring, that excites James Dennis?
Just getting that knockout, making that crowd go crazy. It's the louder the crowd, the crazier I get.
You're the perfect spokesperson for Brian Socha. He's like, the louder you get, the harder they hit. And James is like, yes, I do.
Yeah, absolutely.
You also told me earlier, it all kind of ties into you being an adrenaline junkie. So do we got other adrenaline sports that you favor?
Oh, yeah, we like to ride dirt bikes up there in Montana, and just anything you can get, yeah. I haven't done skydiving or anything like that, but I'd like to.
You'd like to? Yeah. So what else do we have on the extreme bucket list?
Oh, bungee jumping. I want to do it all.
And this is coming from a man that's taking it so seriously. The nickname is tattooed on the back of his head. Like was that a true, what was that moment like?
It was a true knucklehead moment.
It's truly where the nickname comes from, and you have that essence. We know that you're tatted up. Do you have a favorite one?
Yeah, I got my Irish tattoo on my chest. That's probably my favorite. It was my first one. It means a lot to me.
How old were you when you got that done?
I was 18 when I got that. When they first locked me up.
How much do you feel like that was a learning process for you? Because trouble happens, and then to see where you are now, it had to have done something for you in the right direction.
Yeah, absolutely. It gave me a lot of time to think about my life and where I wanted to take it, for sure.
And how did you land on wanting to use your skills that you have that we're seeing displayed here in BKFC?
I kind of fell into the BKFC. When they came up with their show, I was just one of the guys they took in just because of all my knockouts, and then it was just right. It all happened, and yeah.
Don't forget, guys, you get on the social media. You need to tell Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. You want to see James Dennis May 11th up at Mohegan Sun. Queen of Violence main event. This guy wants to knock somebody out on the card. James, thank you for the time.
Yep, thank you.